Well, welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Just living life here in Mexico. Clean my glasses here. So I just want to go live and talk about what's been going on for the last few days. Just come back from riding our e-bikes, went downtown, grabbed some coffee, kind of took our time, and we were looking around for different fruterias to go to. I think I found the one that someone had recommended on a previous live over by where the taxis park. We didn't go there. We didn't really need anything right now, but plus we wanted to go for a bike ride. So we like riding those e-bikes. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun to ride. Fun. So, and I went and grabbed some coffee from the grocery store. Sometimes it's hard to find beans, like coffee beans. We like the beans over the coffee grounds, so sometimes it's a little tricky till we find a place where we can get beans from. We did have a place, and the lady gave us a deal, and we thought she was going to keep giving us a deal. And then when we went back the second time, she charged us full price. So we're like, okay, well, let's see if we can find somewhere else that's maybe a little bit cheaper, like 300 pesos. So, I mean, I realize we're not going to get Veracruz prices, but like we're paying 100 pesos in Veracruz for the same amount of coffee and good quality coffee. But I know we're not going to get those kind of prices, but maybe we can get 200, 250. We'll shop around a bit anyway. So we can go to Chedraui for the beans, but we just went to Superaki. So and just grab some ground coffee until we could go out and find some coffee beans. So yeah, then we went to the pool, had a little bit of a pool afternoon for about good couple hours floating around in the pool. Now both Jennifer and I were busy at home doing stuff, and we didn't realize what time it was, and all of a sudden we looked like, holy crap, it's 3:30. We better go to the pool. So we've been trying to make a habit of going to the pool every day. Just because it's fun, and we have the pool, might as well utilize it, right? And we like floating around in the pool, so cool off a little bit and hang out with some gringos down at the pool. There's always some friends down at the pool, so floated around, visited with them for a bit, and we haven't been there for a while. We just got back from the big city of Merida. That was a good trip. So we went and picked up our permanent residency cards now. So now we have exchanged our temporary cards for permanent cards, which is nice. So that's it. We're done. We are done. No more going to the INM office, immigration. So, which is a good thing. Went pretty smooth, I'll have to say. So just over 6,000 pesos each person we paid. I can't remember the exact amount. Jennifer will have it on a budget coming up, and she'll talk about it a little bit. So be sure to check out the next budget. We are video here at the beach, so it'll be beach video. Life at the beach. All of our expenses will be all from here. The last budget video we just dropped on Monday. Yesterday? Monday? Sure. Yesterday was our last Oaxaca budget video. So I hope the sound is good. It looks good on my end. Let me know in the comments if you're on watching. That'd be great. Had a little bit of rain this morning here. I woke up around 7 and it was sprinkling a little bit. And then it had a little sun shower. It didn't last long, maybe about half an hour or so. And then it drizzled a little. Hey, Mr. Roy, welcome, welcome. Vicky Roy, Mr. Roy Dudley. Hope you're doing well, my friend. What's new and exciting over there in your end of the world? Yeah, I saw that on lots of Facebook posts about that. Lots of flooding going on over there. Bad too, really bad. It looked pretty severe in a lot of places. I hope you guys are high and dry. You're up on the hill there, so you should be all right though. We've been getting a bit of rain here too, but nothing like that, that's for sure. So today wasn't bad, just rained a little bit this morning. Oh, okay, right on. Well, that's good. You know, when we were in Oaxaca City, there was a Rotary Club just down the road from us, not far. Looked like it was fairly active. I never went there or anything, but there was vehicles parked out there quite often. So, well, you're doing a good thing, my friend. Trying to do these live streams a little more often here. My computer desk a little bit shaky, so if I touch the desk, it's causing it to vibrate my camera. Sorry about that. It looks like I'm in an earthquake here. I'll try not to touch my mouse too terribly much. So yeah, we just got back from Merida, and we stayed at the mall. We stayed at the Gallerias Mall. They have a hotel right in the mall, which is kind of cool. So all of our friends were busy. So well, we had friends that were out of town. Two sets of friends were out of town, and our other friends were well, they were out of town too, I guess. They were at a beach party or whatever. So we decided to just get a hotel room and make a day of it. And it's actually our anniversary here coming up. So we kind of celebrated our anniversary at the same time. We got our permanent residency cards now. So we went out to the movies. Jennifer and I went to a movie. It was really good. We really enjoyed it. And the new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, pretty darn good movie, I must say. I was very impressed with it. Long. It was almost 2.5 hours, but darn, it was a good movie. It's first time we've been to a movie since we left Merida. We haven't been to a movie in like 2 years, so that was a good opportunity to go to the movie. So we didn't go to the VIP theater. Normally we do love the VIP theater, but the Galleria Small doesn't have the VIP, so we just went to a regular movie, which is okay. It was like $5 Canadian, $3 US each to go to a movie. You can't beat that. So obviously it was in English with Spanish subtitles. So there wasn't very many people in the movie theater. And there was a few people in there, maybe I want to say 15 people maybe. So mostly gringos. There was a few Mexicans in there, probably wanted to brush up with their English, or maybe they're Mexican Americans. I don't know. But yeah, the theater was pretty quiet, but we had a great time, great movie, and we ate our faces off. I've been fasting, so I've only been eating 1 day a week, or 1 day. Only been eating once a day, 1 day a week. I wish. Only been eating once a day, so I could barely survive that. There's no way I could survive once a week. So obviously, I'm lack of malnutrition. I'm not thinking properly. So anyway, we had some sushi, which was really good, and then we had some popcorn. But Jen ordered sushi, and she ordered a lot of sushi, and we didn't realize how many rolls we were going to get. And they gave us like usually you would get about 5 to 6 rolls when you order sushi rolls. Well, they gave us like 8 or 10 rolls, and they were big. So, and she ordered 2 different kinds, dragon one and then some other one, I don't know what they were, but I think one was with salmon and one was with shrimp, but it was like 20 rolls, and then on top of the other, I ordered a bowl, with rice and I think I ordered a mixed bowl, so I had, like, different types of seafood in it, and then we also had the tempura. So, with all that, I mean, we had so much food, oh my god, we ended up taking the, sushi rolls home with us, so yeah, it was a lot of food, way more than we had but yeah, back to your, the flooding, I don't know, is it just Veracruz? I think it's more places than that in, throughout central Mexico there, but, crazy. I've seen a lot of videos on it anyway, on Facebook there and whatnot. I don't watch the news, so I never saw it on TV. So, but a lot of people were posting it on, Facebook with the flooding, so but yeah, like I said, we haven't really had too much rain here. It's rained every day, but it hasn't lasted long, a little bit of rain here and there, maybe an hour or whatever. Come down pretty good the other day. It was just a downpour, but yeah, it's didn't last long. So yeah, that's what I kind of thought. It was all over Mexico, central Mexico. So yeah, I haven't really followed up on it, so I don't really know too much about it. I just know that there was flooding going on. So not good. We'll say a prayer for everybody out there that's dealing with the flooding. I've seen some videos of them rescuing dogs, so which was really nice to see. Oh, 18 hours straight. Holy Hannah, that's a lot of rain. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of rain. Holy God. So Roy is in Jalapa, Veracruz. So if you can go back and check the message there. Oh, he did write it in there. Yeah, from Jalapa. So Roy was actually our landlord, or one of our ex-landlords. We've had many landlords, and Roy was one of our landlords, and he was a great landlord, I have to say. I was really blessed. I got to hang out with Roy and bike around with him all over Jalapa. He showed us around Jalapa quite a bit. You'll see Roy on some videos if you go back and have a look at our Veracruz videos. So we had a great time in Jalapa, but I did way more biking in Oaxaca than I did Jalapa. Though I did enjoy my biking in Jalapa. All of it there was all in the city streets pretty well, and then Oaxaca was up in the mountains. So I just dropped a raw video from there today, just a kind of a bonus video. I had to get rid of these biking videos, so it's I wanted to leave it as natural and as raw as possible. So it's basically almost a full video of what I recorded. I did cut out some dead spots, but it's pretty much everything I recorded on that trip with my dear friend Larry and Druba in Oaxaca. And I'll tell you, I got some really fun memories of biking all over Mexico. Even in Huachuco, I had some pretty good biking adventures by myself and with my dear friend Oscar. So biking has been a great way for me to meet people and hang out with people, locals and gringos both. Oh, there you go. That's right. So if you're going to Veracruz, you want to go to Jalapa, you can reach out to Roy. We got a nice little casita for rent there for very reasonable price, and it's a beautiful little home too. It's really, really nice in a secured area right downtown, so you'll be nice and safe and close to El Centro. You can walk to the square, and I loved it there. I speak highly of Jalapa. That's one of my favorite places actually so far. I could go back there and live really, to be honest with you. I loved it there. I really loved it, and I miss it there. It was We had a great time in Jalapa, walking to the square every night. It was awesome. Yeah, I think the traffic's getting bad everywhere, my friend. It really is. Not in this little beach town though. Traffic's pretty quiet here. I mean, we're gonna live in Cancun, but it's the traffic's just too much there. So we got ourselves some foldable e-bikes. So we were out biking tonight. We, like I said, we went to the store, got some coffee, biked around town a little tiny bit, and then headed her home. Now these things they cruise like you can go with a throttle, like a motorbike, or you can have pedal assist. So you can do either or, which is kind of fun because it's fun just to use the throttle. The battery doesn't last as long as oh, there he is. Good day, my friend. Yeah, the battery doesn't last as long as your bike, Roy, but they're a lot of fun to ride around with. Jennifer's really enjoying it. So they go 40 kilometers an hour, full speed. So if I put a little bit of weight in the rack that I got for them, they do slow down a little bit. So very good. And you know what? Actually, we had a census come by today. So Jennifer was very excited. She felt, um, well, how do you say, welcome. She felt very welcome. So we had our permanent residency cards delivered yesterday. We went there and picked them up. Not delivered. We went and delivered them ourselves. Picked them up and paid just over 6,000 pesos each. If you missed that, for our cards. And then, yeah, the census come to the door. And it's really different here. So back home in Canada, and I don't know what it's like in USA, or you can chime in if you know, but obviously you would. But here they ask you like medical questions like, are you deaf? Yes, my husband is deaf. That's why he yells. And yeah, like, what do you have in your house? Do you have a fridge? Do you have a gas stove? And she was out there for almost a half an hour, and the guy was asking her all kinds of questions. And I'm like, at first I thought it was her phone. I thought she was playing on her phone, and I was like, no, it's somebody. She's talking to somebody. I go inside. Yeah, that's a census guy. So that was kind of cool. So I had no idea that they would ask those kinds of questions for a census about the fridge. Like, do you have a refrigerator? How long were you? Yeah, they asked where did you live 5 years ago was one of the things too. Where did you live 5 years ago? And yeah, just a whole bunch of questions. Anyway, I thought it was kind of weird about that. Anyway, what do you have in there for a fridge, a stove, and did you have gas? Well, obviously, you asked where you're from. And then he put a sticker on our window of the house anyway, not our house, but our landlord's house. Like in Canada, they're just like, how many people are in your house? Okay, adios. Like, no, they were out there for like 20 minutes. So it was quite funny anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box either, Roy. I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm dumb, though. Yeah, I'm stubborn, no doubt about that. Yeah. I'm not voting for anybody. Even as a permanent residency, you're not allowed to vote in Mexico. Canada should adopt that rule too. You have to be a Mexican citizen to vote. I'm not allowed to vote, even as a permanent temp. Nothing. I think even if I married a Mexican, I could vote. Roy, are you allowed to vote? I have no idea. I don't think you can. You got to be a Mexican citizen to vote, unless you're a Mexican citizen. So, and I am not a Mexican citizen. So, yeah, I'm not. I know that you were not allowed to vote. So, unless I was a Mexican, and I'm not. So, no voting. That's okay. That's okay. So, yeah, that's kind of a good rule, though. I like that they have that. You have to be a Mexican citizen to vote. So, yeah, I identify as retired too, though I do need a job. So you can tell I'm back at the beach, right? I got my yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think it is a good rule. You can tell I'm back at the beach. I got my tank top on again. So when I did my picture though, she made me remove my necklace for my card. So I had to remove my card, and the permanent resident card is not green anymore. So that's kind of cool. So the temporary resident was actually a green card. This one is white. Um, yeah, and it's got your picture, and it's got your curb number on there, and all your kind of like a driver's license. So very cool. Anyway, I was very happy to have it, and me and Jen, we walked out and we shook each other's hands, and we said, "Welcome to Mexico." So, and then we went, and we got in the car and drove home, basically. So we stopped at the OXXO and got a mini Coke for the ride, and a bag of chips each. The chips that I like, they have these chips here that has got supposedly three ingredients: oil, salt, and potato. That's it. So even though it's still a potato chip, it's a healthier alternative. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because they're Mexican citizens, right? So yeah, you're not allowed to vote. So, and I didn't think that. Now, Roy's been in Mexico for over 40 years or 50 years, 40, 50 years, 52 years, 42 years. I can't remember. So, Roy, he's practically Mexican, but he's not. Hey, Germany, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I like going to the symphony too. That was fun. I never experienced a symphony, only in Veracruz. Was the only time I'd ever gone to the symphony, and I really enjoyed 53 years. There you go. It was 52 when I was there, so a year. Yeah, 53 years Roy's been in Mexico. So that's I've never met anybody who's lived here as long as you, my friend. That's awesome. Totally awesome. 53 years in Mexico. Yeah, I so yeah, uh, Veracruz is a really special state to me. Well, they all are. Every place I've lived has been really special. I mean, even the Yucatan is pretty special to me. So, but Veracruz is definitely one of my top places where I would like to live. The only problem with Jalapa is there's no beach there, but man, it's sure authentic and it's cheap there, and it's really authentic Mexico. I'll tell you, you can't get any more authentic than Jalapa, Veracruz. I'll tell you. So it was a lot of fun living there. A lot of fun. We had a great time exploring that city. We really did. Like I like Oaxaca too, but not as much as I did Veracruz. Veracruz, I love the food in Oaxaca, but if you were to say, do you want to live in Oaxaca City or Jalapa, I would 1,000% pick Jalapa over Oaxaca City. I think Oaxaca is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. That's just my opinion. A beautiful place to go and visit, but I would not want to live there. Now, as Jalapa, I would totally go back and live there again. I wouldn't go back and live in Oaxaca. No. And even Huatuco, I mean, I'm glad I went there. It was a great experience. I loved it there. I love the beaches, but I wouldn't want to live there. It's just not a place for me. Now that's obviously these are just my opinions, right? So, you can go there and decide for yourself. I've only been in Canada 56 years. Well, Roy's got a couple years on us. I won't say how old he is, but he's got a couple years on us, and he's in pretty darn good shape for a man of his age. I'll tell you that. I hope I'm half as good looking and half as good a shape as he is when I'm his age. I'll tell you that. I won't say half as smart though. So, oh no, that's okay. Well, you have to go back and check up there, Mr. Germany. I'm not telling you. Go look. No, we're here in Puerto Morelos, Quintana Roo, on the Caribbean side of Mexico. We're just half hour south of Cancun and a half hour north of Playa del Carmen. A really perfect location, a nice little beach town, and we're on the colonial side, so we're 15 minutes from the beach, so it's a little bit cheaper over here. Really, it's mean, we're not paying jalapa prices, but we got a pretty good deal at this house. I'll tell you that. Gold age, yeah, right. Yeah, we're not paying jalapa prices for rent, but we're not paying Huachuco prices either. Hallelujah! Thank God for that. That was my biggest thing when I was biking with those guys, Roy. I'd always yell, "Hallelujah! I made it up the hill and I didn't die." Those guys really knew me with "Hallelujah." When they had my little going away party for me, they were doing that, "Hallelujah." As I said it quite often. That and God have mercy on my soul. Yeah, no worries. Life is good. That's why I like doing these live streams, and I'm very happy that I'm living here with fiber optic internet and solar panels up on the roof. So yeah, we're living large here. That's right. Exactly. Sunny beach, yeah. Not a some of a bit. Yeah, I've never, my sister went to Germany. I'd never been to Germany. I would love to have gone there. I don't think I can afford it now, but I would have loved to go to Germany. My sister went there. My brother-in-law had his back operation there, had 3 discs replaced in his back in Germany, and he just loved it. Absolutely loved it. Oh, okay. SF, I don't know what SF is. I don't do abbreviations. South Florida? I don't know. I don't know what SF is. South Florida Bay Area? Oh, yeah, San Francisco. All right. Well, SF could mean anything to me. Never been to San Francisco either. What was that old TV show that was in an old cop show that was in San Francisco? Used to like watching that show. Yeah, never been there. Been quite a few places in the USA, but never to there. Oh, there's Richard. Welcome, welcome. There's many Americans living all over. A lot of people from the USA, all over Mexico, and gall darn Canadians are everywhere, man. Everywhere you go, there's Canadians and Americans. Everywhere you go. Oh, thank you so much, Lourdes. Hope you guys are doing well there in Jalapa. That's for sure. Stay dry. No, the rules are the same all over Mexico. I believe so. Here in Mexico, it's you're in Mexico. The rules are the same. So they could be snowbirds, like people coming and going, you know. Unless it is different over there, I have no idea. As far as I know, it's the same. Maybe it is different over there. I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. I'm not an expert in that field by any stretch of the imagination. But I know there's people here illegally and don't have anything. So that happens all over the world. So God only knows. Now we applied for our residency back in Canada before we left, right? So we were approved for residency in Calgary, Alberta before we moved here. And then we came here and finished up our temporary residency in 4 years, and now we applied for permanent and were accepted. So we got accepted. We went and applied. Had to go to Progresso, applied only because our address was there. We had to change our address, so we had to go back there. So we went and applied, and then we got accepted by email, got an official letter being accepted, and then we had to go back and actually get our physical cards and pay money. So and sign documents and get a new picture and whatnot. So, but we did get officially approved through email after our trip to go there and apply back. So it was pretty straightforward. I mean, Jennifer did it all. She filled out all the paperwork, and Jennifer reads Spanish better than she speaks it, but her Spanish is coming along pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Roy was in lived in Creston for a while in the Kootenays, right in between. Well, it's close to Cranbrook. Back in the 70s. Good times. So, yeah, and then, it went pretty smooth anyway. We went there, and we had to wait a little bit the first time we went back because they don't take appointments with the Progresso office, so we just thought we'd go there versus well, we were living there, so but versus the Merida office, a little bit, smaller of a beach town versus going to the city of Merida. So, I think it took us about we when we went back and applied for our permanent residency, we were probably there for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and we were there as soon as they opened the door. And this time when we went back, we waited. We didn't go there until about 10 almost because we were at the hotel in Merida, so we wanted to get coffee and breakfast before we went over there. So we ended up leaving the hotel at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 9:30, I think. Yeah, 9:30. I think it was around 10 o'clock. We were there about 2 hours roughly, sitting and waiting. And then once we got in there and did the paperwork and that, like, and give them, we didn't really have to bring anything because we were already accepted basically. So, but we did bring our official letter from the mail just in case. The email Jen printed that up. I'm not sure if they took it or not, but and then, yeah, we were basically maybe 15 minutes. I had to pay money and sign my life away at a bunch of documents 3 or 4 times, and then get a new picture. So here in Mexico, they don't do joint bank accounts. So at least at our bank, anyway. I don't know about any other bank. I don't know if you would know more than me, but they don't. When we opened our bank account in Merida, they said no, we don't do joint bank accounts. So you open a bank account by yourself, that's it. So I don't know if that's every branch is like that, but at the bank that we deal with, they don't do joint bank accounts. So husband and wife can't open a bank account together. So I don't know if that's all over or what. But so anyway, and then when we go to pay for our residency card, they wanted it to be separate. So Jen would pay with her debit card, and I had to pay with my credit card from Canada. So no. No, there's no digital ID. No. 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 No digital ID. No. It's pretty high security though, like to do the banking here is very high security. More high security than back home in Canada, that's for sure. Very, very high security and high tech. So that's just kind of cool. So yeah, I had to pay with my Canadian credit card. So and then Jen paid with her debit card. So like it was around 6,500 pesos or whatever each. And then we had to pay what the heck was it? 1,500 pesos to pay for the processing. So I think in total it was probably Jen will have the exact figures when we do the budget, but when we went and applied, we had to pay roughly 1,500 pesos each for the processing fee, and then another 6,500 each pesos to get our cards. So yeah, a little bit of cash, and then the money to go there, like the hotel room, all the food, and the toll on the highway, the toll coming back. So over, what Jen say, 12, 1,300 pesos the toll fees to go there, like, and that really added up, and then with the hotel room was 1,000 pesos. Pretty decent, price for the hotel, really. It was nothing special, but it was kinda cool that the hotel was in the mall. The hallways were dirty, though, in the hotel, and I read that online, but the room itself was clean other than the, no toilet seat. Welcome to the Yucatan, no toilet seat. So Jen said there was really good water pressure. I didn't have a shower. I just had a shower the day before, and I showered when I got home that night, so or the afternoon. So I didn't shower at the hotel, but Jen did. And she said the water pressure was good, and the bed was comfortable. We had a nice view. We're on the fourth, fifth floor, whatever it was. So I got the drone up outside and got a shot of the hotel there. It's right at the edge of the hotel's right at the edge of the mall, so got a nice shot of the hotel with the drone. There's an ice rink inside that mall, so it's kinda cool. The mall was busy. Man, there was a lot of people in the mall. Like, it's a fancy shopping mall full of fancy shops, like a lot of high-end shop and it's like any mall throughout anywhere in the world. It's expensive. Like, it's expensive to shop at the mall. It's no different here in Mexico. It's expensive to shop at the mall. It's all expensive shit. So, but man, it was busy. Like I was amazed how busy it was, and every restaurant and the food court was busy. We went to the sushi place; it was packed. We had to wait. We had to wait. Well, she told us 20 minutes, but we didn't wait 20 minutes. We waited about 10 minutes, and we got in. But it was packed, and there was people lined up the whole time we were there, coming and going. People were waiting to come in and out of there, and the mall was busy. So yeah, toilet seat would have been nice. Yes, it really would have been nice. Oh, well, what do you do? Well, I don't know. We'll see. They're not set up for, digital ID. That'll be probably no it won't even be in my lifetime. Maybe in some areas, but yeah. So anyway, as the time went on in the mall, it just got busier and busier and busier, like at the old back scratcher. Eh when we got there, we checked in, they gave us early check-in, we checked in at 2:00, like, "Oh, yeah, no problem," and then, we checked in, and the mall was fairly busy, it was steady, and then as the night went on, like, we went back up to the room, we walked around the mall, we just did some window shopping. Jen bought beauty products and some lip balm and a few things, and then, just nothing much, just, cheap stuff, and then, we just did, window shop for quite a bit. And then we went back up to the room, and then we went back down before the movie to get something to eat. And man, the mall, like I think we went back out around 6. Yeah, around 6 o'clock. The mall was busier at 6 than it was at 3 in the afternoon. It was just crazy how busy it was. So I couldn't believe it. And then, like I said, all the stores. The only place that wasn't the movie theater was busy too, but not the movie that we went to because it was in English, right? So, but there was people in there. I'd say there was probably 15, 20 people in there. It's not like it was totally empty. But, yeah, it was busy, and the parking lot in the mall was full. It's a big mall. It's a big mall. I really like, Merida. I like Merida a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Costcos are busy too. We haven't shopped at Costco in a long time. We did go to Costco in Merida with, Jorge and Jessica. Well, we went with Jessica, but they have a membership. We went with just Jessica. Jorge was working, so and it was busy. Every time I go to Costco here in Mexico, it's busy. Like when I went with you that time, Roy, me and Michael also, we went with Michael as well in, Jalapa, and the Costco was busy. Sam's Club is busy. Every time I've gone into Sam's Club, it's busy. And the Costco in Merida, I think there might be 2 Costcos in Merida, 2 or 3. And there's 2 for sure. Pretty sure there's 2. But, yeah, every time I've ever gone in there, it's super busy. We don't have a Costco membership, but we've gone with friends who have memberships, so but yeah, super busy, super busy. I do gotta go back, and I wanna get some, glasses from Costco because it is a cheaper alternative for glasses, just like back home. If you need prescription glasses, people are going to Costco for it. It's just cheaper. So, and I'll likely go there and get my prescription glasses. So, and my eyesight is getting worse along with my hearing. So, yeah, I do need prescription glasses now, not just reading glasses. So, the reading glasses have been okay. I can read okay, and I can even for driving. I mean, I don't need glasses to drive, but I definitely need prescription glasses. Getting up there, man. Getting up there. Be 59 next year. Big 5'9". Trying to live healthy here now. That's why getting older. Trying to be healthier. Trying to fix 58 years of bad decisions. That's what I say. Trying to fix 58 years of bad decisions. It's never too late. It's never too late. And this is just water. That's it. Water, man. Biking, trying to eat properly. Coca-Cola is still my bad habit, and the odd bag of chips. But overall, I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I got to get some nice glasses. Yeah, I definitely have got to get some nice glasses. And now is time. So we'll run into Cancun for that. We'll likely maybe find somebody with a membership and use their membership, or we'll go to Merida and do it and borrow one of our friends' memberships and go there. I can't see buying a membership just to go to Costco for glasses. So we don't go to Costco. We don't even like going to the grocery store for our meat and vegetables. We like to go to the market and to the local butcher. Yeah, it's even here in Mexico, people are going to Costco for their reading glasses. It's like I said, it's just cheaper. It is. We've shopped around, and then you go to the local glass stores and that, and it's expensive. So we'll just go to Costco, save a few bucks. So support the people that are working there. I mean, it's all employed by Mexicans, so that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, and it'll be Costco for glasses. So no, the movie was not Titanic. What the was it? One something after another. What the heck movie did we see? It was. Let me find it for you. Give me 2 seconds. One battle after another. That's what it was. One battle after another, and it was a darn good movie too. Like I say, it was a bit long, over 2 hours. Yeah, I don't have insurance anymore, so no more insurance through work. So I have to pay for everything out of pocket. The insurance, the free ride's over, man. The free ride's over, but that's all right. It's worth it to live here. Well worth it. I'd rather live here than have the free ride with the benefits. Uh, yeah, definitely much happier here. Definitely much happier. Less stress here too. So, like I say, I don't watch TV, so I don't watch any news, no TV, very little. I haven't watched TV since we've been here, I don't think. I wouldn't mind seeing that new Tim Allen show. Looks pretty funny, but we don't get it. Does I've seen previews to it on social media there. It looks like it's pretty funny, and we don't get it. Not yet, anyway. Maybe it'll come out later, but it does look pretty funny. Yeah, TV is a waste of time. Yeah, I'm so busy with doing YouTube videos, and we've been running around lots lately here with this residency and people coming and whatnot, people visiting, and yeah, back and forth to Merida doing this residency and getting these bikes. Now we're riding e-bikes, going to the beach, and yeah, it's just been one thing after another. So it'd be nice to settle down here for a bit. So we've been going to the pool every day, so that's kind of our routine. So go for a bike ride, go out to the pool, Start doing some exercising, watching YouTube. I do play a game online, so I have this war game. I've been playing it for over 10 years, so I'm not giving that up. So I still play that. I log onto that one, every day. I log onto that for a bit, sometimes 2, 3 times a day. And I usually don't stay on the game for very long, except for on the weekends because we do a battle. So I play that on Friday, Saturday, and I'm usually I'm probably about an hour and a half each day. On so an hour and a half on Friday, an hour and a half on Saturday. So I do that. I do like watching TV though. Like I was born watching, raised watching TV. Watched all of, grew up watching sitcoms and comedy shows, and movies, and we used to go to the movies all the time. And I do enjoy watching TV, but I do watch way less of it now that I'm living here in Mexico. And I still don't mind if there's a good show on, like Tulsa King. I love Tulsa King. We watch that, um, that Kevin Costner show, whatever the heck name of it, I can't think of it right now. But, that show, we watched that, and then, when Game of Thrones and Vikings and all that was on, I like watching all those. So I still do, but I'm more selective now of what I watch. So, and I don't watch a lot anymore. But like I said, if that show, if I do get a chance to watch that, I would. And when Tulsa King comes back out, we'll watch that. And there's a couple of other shows that we like to watch. Yellowstone, yeah, that's it. But Yellowstone's over, so Tulsa King's really good. So that's going to be back on. And there's that other one too with Linesman. Linesman, yeah, that's really good. I really like that. So that'll be coming out hopefully soon again with Billy Bob Thornton. So I really like that show. We just started watching that, and then there's another one that we started watching here. Um, heck, Jesus of Nazareth. Yeah, we started watching Jesus of Nazareth, and then there's a spin-off of that one too. And I really liked Jesus of Nazareth. That was a good show. So it's all over. We're all caught up with that. So now we're all caught up with these few shows that we watch. So we're waiting for new ones to come out now. So, yeah. Reacher. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that one. So we have Netflix. So we have a Amazon Fire Stick is what we use. So, and then I also have my I jailbroke the Amazon Fire Stick, so we can watch pretty much anything that you stream online. So I could find any TV show I wanted to. I could probably watch that show, that Tim Allen show on there if I want. I could look for it on there. Anything that's online, I could find and stream it. So, but we use that. But we pay for Netflix, we pay for Prime, and I think there's one or two other ones that get paid for. I think we have 2 or 3 streaming services that we pay for. Oh, Paramount. Yeah, we pay for Paramount, yeah. So Netflix, Prime, and Paramount we pay for, and I believe that's it. And then, Jen watches more TV than I do. I don't watch that a lot, but she watches more. Jen watches, girly shows and anything that's vampire. Jen loves vampire shows, so and she watches The Walking Dead and all that. I couldn't get into The Walking Dead, so I don't watch that, so but, yeah, Jen watches all those shows. Like I said, she watches a bit more TV than I do. I'm usually inside my office here or wherever my laptop is, and I'm working on YouTube videos or playing my war game, and now I took over Jen's tablet, so I like building cities, so Jen had the Amazon Fire tablet, and our dear friend Nathan brought her a new one because this one here didn't have enough memory for all the games that she played. So she got a new, but this one's 4 years old now or more, 5 years old, but it works good. So I took it over, and I like city building games, so I downloaded a city building game on here for me, and I play that for 5, 10 minutes, log on a couple of times a day and collect my little rewards or whatever. So, but yeah, we're just, you think, have you ever worried about what you're going to do when you retire? Well, don't worry, you'll have lots to do. You know, if you try to live an active lifestyle anyway, you'll have no shortage of things to do. between trying to stay healthy and eat healthy and cooking and cleaning and going to the pool and going to the beach and you know uh, traveling around. So we do a lot of traveling. You know, that's another thing. We were just talking about the car. My car is 4 years old. It's only got just over 40,000 kilometers on it. And it's 4 years old. Hardly got any kilometers on it, and mostly highway kilometers. And here they're very good at writing in your book. So the book is like your log, your what do you call it? Your manual. So they have the log inside their manual, and they're the dealerships wherever you take for the oil change are very good at keeping track of everything inside that book. So I said, "Oh, I must be due for an oil change right away." We put synthetic oil in the car, so and they're like, "Yeah, it must be coming up right away." We had it done in Huachuco when we were there last time we had it serviced, and it was right when we arrived in Huachuco. So that was like a year ago. We hadn't put any kilometers on the car because don't hardly ever drive it. It's parked, and we bike everywhere. So and all the kilometers are all highway. And sure enough, when we're leaving, we're talking about that on the road trip there, going to Merida, and we stopped at the gas station and went into the bathroom, and Jen was in the hospital. And so I come out of the bathroom, fired the car up. Yeah, the little wrench come on. Yeah, time for service. so, so yeah, I got to take it here. I found a really good mechanic here, a really good guy. He's from Mexico City. And he's got a nice shop. So he did my brakes, 1,500 pesos, not even. I talked about that on one of the other last live streams. So if you want to hear more about that, you can. But go check it out. So yeah, 1,500 pesos to get my brakes done. Like wow. So yeah, I was gonna phone him today, and I actually forgot about it. So I'll give him a call and get an oil change lined up. And then also I wanted to fix my trunk too because when I was traveling with my bikes, we had these hooks that hold the bike rack on the back of the trunk. It's one of those styles, and it hooks on the bottom of your ball. Well, like mine is underneath. There's a hook there underneath the plastic bumper at the back. It's got the metal hook there, so it hooks from there, and then it hooks onto the back of your trunk. And I had both bikes on, and we hit a tope going pretty fast the one day when we were traveling, and it pulled my trunk back. So I don't think it bent it. I think it pulled it out of alignment. So it's sticking out a little tiny bit. So I got to get him to have a look at that, see if he can adjust that. So when I was there to get the brakes done, he was going to look. I didn't. I said I don't really want to worry about that right now. But if it's possible to look and see if it can be done. He had forgotten, and he said, "Well, when you come back and get an oil change, I'll take a look at it." I was like, "I'll be back for my oil change." So really nice guy. Anyway, I told the guy he had a shop with his brother in Cancun, and then he started his own business here. So anyway, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they really rush you, and I don't know, they do a little bit in Canada. It depends how busy it is, but here, no way. You got to ask for the bill. They don't rush you here at all. He's never. Yeah, they don't rush you at all here in Mexico. Yeah, you gotta ask for the bill. If you don't ask for the bill, you can sit there for hours. You gotta, "Hey, buddy, can I get the bill?" And me and Jennifer, I'm that way. Not so much Jennifer, but I'm like, "I eat, I'm done. I wanna go. I don't need to sit in the restaurant." I worked in the restaurants all my life, for 30 years working in the restaurant, and I don't know why, but I've always been that way. When I go to a restaurant, if you're visiting with friends or whatever, then that's fine. Okay, I'll have a coffee or whatever. Meaning I just want the business, I wanna go. I got stuff to do. Like, we're usually, either we're going home or we're going out, we're doing something, we're going to the movie, whatever. When I'm done eating, I want my bill, I wanna go. But yeah, here in Mexico, "Can I get the bill, please? La cuenta, por favor." So that's how you ask for the bill, "La cuenta." Oh, Jalapa's got the best coffee, man. And yeah, nice coffee shops in Jalapa in Veracruz. And that's what I said. So I haven't been all over Mexico, obviously, but in my travels and my experience, Jalapa's got Veracruz has the best coffee, and Oaxaca's got the best food. So, but the food's pretty good all over Mexico. It sure beats the crap that I was eating in Canada. Yeah, I'm an eat and run type of guy. That's right, and I am eat and run. Got to get the heck out of there before they make me wash dishes. I don't want to wash no god darn dishes. Yeah, I heard that if you're drinking coffee anywhere in the world, chances are it's come from Veracruz. There's a very good possibility that you're drinking coffee from Veracruz. Very good possibility. And they said, I was told when we did that coffee tour, what they used to do years ago is they used to send out all the best coffee beans to all the other countries, and then they would keep the crap coffee for themselves in Veracruz and in Mexico. Well, they stopped doing that. Now they keep the really good coffee for themselves, and they send out lower quality coffee beans. I'm sure they still do send out the good quality coffee beans as well, obviously, but before they used to send out all the best coffee beans would go send to other countries so they could get top dollar for them, right? You know, so it's a real science growing coffee, that's for sure. Your guy doesn't realize it, but I love coffee, man, and we grind our own beans, like we love it. There's a huge difference. Like even back home in Canada, we started grinding our own beans. It's just so much better. If you're a coffee drinker, coffee connoisseur, like grinding your own beans is the way to go for sure. Thumbs up for grind coffee beans versus buying the beans already ground. It's just so much better. It is. It's so much better. So we grind our own beans. We have a coffee grinder, obviously an electric one. You can get those crank ones, but we have an electric one. And the darn thing broke like I don't know, a couple months after we bought it. I dropped the lid on the floor and it took a chunk out of the plastic, but it still works. So hey, Diana, welcome to our live. Thanks for joining us. Hey, shout out to everybody that's here. Thanks for joining me on this live stream today from Puerto Morelos, Quintana Roo, Mexico. I appreciate you guys all hopping on. Everybody in the chat, thanks for chatting along and live a little bit more interesting than me rambling on, which I would do anyway, whether you were here or not. And I'm sure Roy and Steve would contest to that. My favorite coffee is coffee from Veracruz. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So, and you can buy coffee here in even in Quintana Roo that's from Oaxaca or from Veracruz. So, but yeah, Quatapec coffee's pretty darn good. Any coffee from Veracruz is the best coffee. So, oh, there he is. Welcome, Keith. Now the gang's all here. So yeah, usually that's what we buy. I don't know. Today we bought just ground coffee because we're on the hunt for beans right now. A good place to buy beans. So I'm not sure where the beans were that Jen bought before. Yeah, Veracruz has the best coffee, and I love Puebla too. Puebla is a beautiful city as well. I would have loved to spend some more time. I might go back. I'll definitely be going back to Mexico City. There's no doubt about that. We'll be going to Mexico City eventually. I love that place. I just love Mexico City so much, man. I can't speak highly enough of Mexico City. So Roy's daughter is lives in Mexico City, so and his grandkid. So he goes to Mexico City quite a bit there, Mister Jalapeno Roy, Mister Roy Dudley. Yeah, we did a tour of Cliff's coffee shop there. I got a video on that if you want to go check it out. Maybe after if you're watching this after, I'll go and find that video and I'll drop it in the I'll drop the link in the description for you guys of that video there in Veracruz, checking out Cliff's coffee farm, organic coffee farm. You can go check that out. So after the video, after this ends, I'll drop that in the description if you want to go back and check it out. So anybody that's watching this live stream after, if you have made it through an hour into the live stream, God bless you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can ship anything, man. You'd have to go by Pure later or DHL. Yeah. Uh, we really like it here. I like it here better, personally. My personal opinion. I think the beaches are really nice there, but I just like this town is more. It's got a real authentic Mexican beach vibe to it where we are in Puerto Morelos on the colonial side. Obviously, there's gringos, but not as many as in Huachuco. Maybe at the beach side, there's going to be more. But here, we're away from the beach, right? Like 15-minute drive. So we're on the other side of the highway. So it's a little bit more authentic here, definitely, and not as it's more traditional here, definitely, than Huachuco, where we are right now on this colonial side. I'm just speaking about the colonial side where we live. So, and I love our house that we're in. Our house is more gringonized. It gets more modern than what we had there. So we really have kind of the best of both worlds. So like the house is very modern that we're in, with solar panels, water pressure, hot water out of every tap, water pressure like you would have back at home in Canada, solar panels on the roof, fiber optic internet, beautiful kitchen with the horseshoe countertop, you know, uh, yeah, it's really, really nice. It's a very nice home. Super, super nice. We got our little backyard here, a private space back there if you wanted to put up an umbrella or whatever back there, not to go over sit out there. Full size wash machine here. We got parking right out front. We're in a tiny little home, you know, and then we have the community, the pool. Yeah, it's really nice, but then the town itself is just a little bit more authentic Mexico than Huachuco. I mean, don't even Huachuco is really nice, and I mean, it obviously there's a lot of locals live there as well, but it just seems a little bit more traditional here. That for me, that's my opinion. Anyway, so yeah, we really like it here. We really do. I prefer it here. I do. I do prefer it here. So if you had to say, do you want to live in Huachuco or Puerto Morelos? I would say here. So, but again, that's just my opinion. The beaches are pretty nice there, though, in Huachuco, and nicer than what they are here right now with the sarcasm. And there's so many beaches there, right? Like, so, I mean, there's good and bad in both places. So the beaches are really nice there, and there's more beaches there, and you can go to the beach and we haven't explored this area fully yet. So, our little bubble that we're in here. So we'll see as time goes on, but definitely we really love it here so far. We really do. We got a really good community here. We've made a lot of gringo friends at the pool here, and the people here are just super friendly. All the locals are super friendly. Everyone's really nice. You go anywhere, everyone's saying hi, and yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. So we pay uh, 13,500 pesos for this house here. So, and then we pay for power, and I think water. Well, we pay for our water, like our Garfone water. So we'll be doing more information on that later on. But we paid 13,500 for a rent here, so it's definitely cheaper here than Watuco. Definitely a lot cheaper, but there's more inventory here. That I believe that's why. There's definitely way more inventory. So yeah, there is Woolworths. I'm not sure. I think maybe in Mexico, but Sears is Sears is everywhere. Yeah, you see a lot of Sears. There's big Sears in the shopping mall. Yeah, Sears is still here. Sears is alive and well in Mexico. Yeah, Woolworth. I don't know. I'm sure in Mexico City I've seen one, but I don't think I've seen one in Merida. I don't think so. That's now you got me curious. I haven't seen a Woolworth forever, so now I'm curious. Let me see if there's one in Merida. 2 seconds. Let's check it out. Let's ask Google where the locations are. Google knows almost everything. But yeah, Sears is definitely alive and well here. Yeah, so there is one in Mexico City. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, and Roy probably knows that too. Yeah. Oh, there's one in Cancun. There you go. Woolworth, Cancun. Yeah, there's one in Cancun. Oh, it says Liverpool, so maybe it used to be maybe it's yeah, it says Liverpool though. So, but I know I'm pretty sure I've seen it in Mexico City. So, oh no, it says right there. Oh, okay. I had it. Where did it go? Yeah, I did say it on the map there. Just when I clicked on it, it said, yeah, no, it's not coming up. I'm okay. I'm gonna say there probably is one in Cancun then. I'm gonna say there is one. It says Liverpool on the thing, but maybe inside the Liverpool Mall is Woolworths. Yeah, it says here it's Liverpool or Woolworths. So I'm gonna say there is one in Cancun as well, and in Mexico City. So yeah, Sears definitely is more popular for sure, though. There's Sears in Merida, so I've seen it. Yeah, no Woolworth in Jalapa. Yeah, more and more big Chinese stores every day, and it's just gonna keep being more and more big Chinese stores. There's big Chinese stores everywhere. Yeah, all over the world. Yeah. Well, yeah, Sears is alive and well though in Mexico, and it's just like the Sears back home. We were in the mall the other day when we were in Merida. We were walking around, and we were in the Liverpool, and they had their own cafeteria inside the Liverpool inside the store there, and it just made me think of the old school shopping at the Woolworths back home in Canada. They'd have Woolworths, and there's another one too, and they would have their own little coffee shop restaurant right inside the store, you know. So, but yeah, they still have that here. No, perfect. There you go. There's one there too. Welcome, welcome, my memories. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, good prices there. We had back in the 80s in Ontario. Yeah. Yeah, there's the old Woolworths. Yeah, I remember going there. Yeah. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. All good. It's all good. Cool. Yeah, I've never gone in one. I've been in a Sears, but I would never buy anything from there. It's too bloody expensive. Oh, and it's same with Woolworths. I would probably never buy anything from there either. I don't need any. I got enough crap already as it is, so I don't really need anything. I did order some clothes from Temu. They were reasonably priced, so my brother had ordered clothes from Temu, and they were pretty nice. So I like them. I have a beach outfit I got, that's similar to what he bought from Temu, which was, it was cheaper than buying them from Amazon or anywhere, so we'll see. I bought some outfits, and then they have some kinda unique stuff, and yeah, it's just China stuff, but whatever. So, I did order some beachwear from Temu. That's where my desk comes from that, you guys are sitting on. You're sitting on my desk, and it's from Temu, and it's actually pretty good quality, so and same with my chair that I have here, and I didn't even know this chair has a vibrator in the back, which is kinda cool. Yeah, it should be interesting here, and a lot of my friends in Oaxaca were disappointed that we were leaving before Day of the Dead, but, Guelaguetza is even bigger in Oaxaca than Day of the Dead. So, like, people talk about the Day of the Dead in Oaxaca, but the Guelaguetza is even bigger. The Guelaguetza is a month-long celebration in Oaxaca. It was quite something to experience. Every day we went outside in Oaxaca during Guelaguetza, and there was just fireworks and weddings and parties and just all over. Everywhere you went, there was something going on. And then in every town when we went somewhere, just something going on everywhere. So yeah, we'll head down to the beach, I think, for Day of the Dead, and then go here as well and check it out, see what it's all about here. We did it in the Yucatan. Well, we've been here for 4 years now, so we've celebrated it, you know, 4 times. 4 years, every place we've lived. I think the one year we didn't do much because we were in limbo because we didn't have our green cards or yet, or we were like, not that we were doing anything illegal, but we were in the process of exchanging our green cards. So we didn't have proper identification, so we were being paranoid. We're like, "Oh, we'll just stay home or whatever." So because we had turned in our identification to, I think it was after our first year or whatever, waiting for our 3-year cards to be delivered or whatever it was. So, yeah, there was one year we didn't go anywhere for some stupid reason. I don't know. I can't remember. That effect, Jennifer's that I can't remember. I just did whatever the boss says, and I just, "Oh, whatever." Happy wife, happy life. Remember that. Remember that, Roy. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, Mercado Libre, I really like that too. Hey, Camp fam, thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate it. Good evening. Yeah, it's 8:48 here PM, and the temperature is 25 Celsius, and it's dark out. Of course, it's going on 9 o'clock here, so we've been yakking here for over an hour already. Well, again, thanks so much everybody for hopping on. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you guys with us. Absolutely. Smash that like button. Help a guy out. Hit the like button. Help a brother out, man. Don't be shy. So, yeah, we'll definitely go out though for Day of the Dead. Should be fun. Absolutely. So we're kind of getting into a routine now. Like I said, we're going to the beach every day and biking, and then still finding our way around the town here a bit. We we still got to find a good fruiteria. I think I found the one that person was talking about, so we drove by to go check that one out. We'd never been there. It looked all right. I've seen some locals walking in and out of there, so I'm gonna check that fruiteria out. It's all right by the taxi stand, and then yeah, we got the butcher all worked out. Like, so we'll try another butcher, but I'm pretty happy with that place we went to. So check out a few more, and yeah, just explore the area a little bit more. Get out on our bikes a little bit more often now. So we're all done running around. No more trips to Merida, thank God. So I'm merited out for a little while here. So I do love Merida though. It's a beautiful city. I was glad that we got to go back there. So there's lots to do there. You got the beach, you got the big city, you got the fancy malls. I do want to go back with my e-bikes and do that biking thing that they have at nighttime. So they open up the streets at nighttime there. And I'm sure I read somewhere that they do that in Cancun too. So I got to look further into that. That's kind of why I bought these fold up e-bikes. So We can load them in the car, and I know they do fit in my car, so I can put one in the trunk, one in the back seat, and there's still room for luggage. The bikes only weigh 70 pounds, so basically, like, that's not a lot of weight. So basically, like throwing another person in there, you know, a light person, 140-pound person. So one bike in the back, one in the trunk, and yeah, still room for luggage, and we can take our bikes. And the Maya train too. We want to do that as well. So that'll be coming up in the future. Get on that Maya train. So look forward to that. So and explore the area a little bit more. So I say we've been all up and down the Caribbean, but we've never lived here. So we'll have more time to get out and explore. So it'll be fun. Should be fun. Yeah, that doesn't bother me, and we're in a gated community here, so yeah, there's no barking dogs, there's no roosters. In Oaxaca, there was roosters down below us, and I could hear roosters every day and dogs barking. But I'm a pretty heavy sleeper, and I'm deaf, so that type of stuff does not bother me. You could play a mariachi band in my living room, and it wouldn't bother me. Loud noise does not bother me. I know it does bother some people, and barking dogs and roosters bothers people, but me, myself, personally, I couldn't care less. Doesn't bother me at all. I love the sound of roosters, and I love dogs, so I'm okay with all of it. It doesn't matter. So it's all good. All good, man. They don't bother me one bit. The dogs or roosters. So I love the sound of uh, chickens and roosters. So in Oaxaca, we had a rooster that would go off like four. There was a couple times it woke me up, but whatever. I got up. 4 o'clock, the damn thing's out there. So I'm like, "Shut up, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun's not even fully up yet. Why are you crowing 4:30?" There's a couple times that he woke me up, but for the most part, like I said, they don't bother me, so I like the sound of it. Remind me of being at home on the farm with the old man, you know, hearing the roosters. But yeah, I know it bothers some people. But if you're that person that it does bother, invest in some earplugs. Easy fix. So get some earplugs if you're a light sleeper. I'm not a light sleeper though. I've always been a heavy sleeper, and it really bugs Jen because as soon as I put my head to the pillow, I'm out like a light. It's like 5 minutes after I lay down. I never used to be like that when I was younger. I'd be like tossing and turning all night, and my brain was going a mile a minute. Yeah, I used to toss and turn half the night till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, not now that I'm older. I just out like a light. And like I said, I sleep through anything. You could play a mariachi band right in my bedroom, and I'd sleep through it. So it doesn't bother me one bit. So, oh, congratulations, 52 years! Wow, that's a big milestone, my friend. Congratulations to you and your beautiful jalapeno wife. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's our anniversary coming up here in 2 more days. So we that was our big celebration. Me and Jen used to do that all the time. We would back in the day we were in Canada. That would be our anniversary gift to ourselves would be a holiday to Mexico. So or if we were going somewhere on holidays, that was our anniversary present was our trip. So we always used to do that. So and we kind of still continue on with that. So if we go somewhere, and usually it's early or late. So a lot of times we wouldn't go to Mexico until December or January. Well, that we would just celebrate. That's our anniversary vacation, and the same. So that 1 day trip to Merida to the movies and eating some sushi. That was our night out for our wedding anniversary. Maybe we'll treat ourselves to a little mini Coke and get a bag of chips and watch a movie here on our anniversary. I find is I get older, it just the simpler things in life are just as enjoyable. I don't need anything fancy or go out on a big extravagant night out on town, whining and dining. Just a simple night at home, watching a movie with your loved one, and having to have some popcorn. Instead of Coke, small mini Coke. You can get the little mini ones. So sit at home and watch a movie with some popcorn, extra butter. I like extra butter on my popcorn, just so you know. So if you ever come over and want to have popcorn with me, it's going to be extra butter and salt. Got to have salt and extra butter. So yeah, the simpler things in life are now just as enjoyable as the big extravagant things. So I enjoy that type of stuff. So man, just going for a walk or going to the pool or whatever, going for a simple bike ride. You know, so it's always nice. Go down to the beach, have a beach day, hang out at the beach. So good times, good times. So I encourage you to do the same. Hold on. Sorry, I had a message from my brother there. So yeah, that's it. That's all, man. I'm going to log out here. I think, my friend. Unless you guys got something else you want to add. We got going on an hour and a half. I'm going to go and spend some quality time with Jennifer. It's just about 9 o'clock here. So thanks for hopping on, everybody. My favorite three dishes. Well, that's pretty easy. Birria, El Hombre, any taco. The birria and el hombre are definitely my two favorite. And for breakfast, I really like the ranchero, Mexicana style and spicy. The longer I've been here, the spicier I like stuff. That's for sure. I definitely love spicy food. But the birria and el hombre. Well, actually, and also the what's the other one there? Uh, oh, having a brain freeze. Yeah, not like a lot of people like the chilaquiles. I don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I would rather just have a taco. Like I say, I'd rather eat. I could eat a birria all day or the el hombre. It's those are my two favorite. And like I said, for breakfast, I do love the ranchero breakfast. So anyway, guys, I'm out. So I'm gonna be doing a live again. Hop on. Like I can probably do 2 or 3 a week. So try to get two in anyway. So quesadilla, yeah, I could eat a quesadilla. Absolutely, for sure. So adios, hasta luego. God bless everybody. Be kind to one another. Peace. Thumbs up. Take care. Catch you on the next one. And I'll go and drop that video in the comment or in the description right now. If you guys want to check out the Cliff's Coffee Tour in up the Veracruz, and you'll see Mr. Roy Dudley on that video as well, and his lovely wife. So, and little Cece's on that video too, I do believe. So he was there with us. So, adios, hasta luego. God bless, guys. Take care.